Welcome to today's video, legends. As you can see,
this is not the shed.
So I'm at the airport, so Adelaide Airport, early rise this morning, delayed flight, so several hours late, which is setting me back because I am going to Melbourne. So obviously flying Adelaide to Melbourne, booked a one-way flight. So I'm buying a car today. Not sure what it's going to be. Well, I know what it's going to be, hopefully. If all works out. I looked into return flights and they were very expensive. So no matter what, I'm buying a car today. This particular car, I've had my eye on like this variety of cars for a while, sort of thing. I'll update you a bit more once we make a purchase, hopefully. But yeah, I'm excited to be doing something out of the shed for once. And it's going to be a long day. Like I said, delayed flight by 2 hours already. And I'm doing it over and back in a day. So it's now like 9:30 or something. And I'm about to board my flight. I think it gets into Melbourne at like 12, quarter to 12 or something. Then I'm going to go look at this car. And hopefully, if that's good, if that's the right car, start the trip back to SA basically. So come along for the adventure and see how we go. Okay, I made it to Melbourne, so one step down. It's almost 12 o'clock, so it's going to be a long day, that's for sure. But I have to jump in an Uber and go look at car number one, and hopefully the one. Let's see. And there it is. On this week's episode of Good Financial Decisions, this is what I've bought. So you can see E46 BMW, so 02 BMW, 325, so 2.5 litre 6-cylinder, and it is manual. Yep, that's exciting. So I'm guessing you're saying, what's so bad about driving that home? Well, you can kind of see it's a little bit rough, right? It is, in fact, a drift car. So it has coilovers, welded diff, angle kit, so it's got knuckles and lower control arms in it. It's pretty mild, to be honest, but there's definitely some sketchy bits about it. So one, diff does not sound good. And I now have 700 and something, nearly 800 Ks to drive home. Yeah, will it make it? I don't know. Part of the adventure, right? The interesting bit, no tools. Obviously, I flew over this morning and I did fly with no luggage. I just bought a backpack, so carry on only. So I could not bring tools. So if this breaks on the way home, it's going to get interesting. Is it going to make it? I don't know, honestly. I am about to take those wheels off the roof and chuck them in the car. Yeah, obviously it's got some seats in it too, so bad back incoming. But yeah, so I'm just about to prep this thing, put some cameras in it, and yeah, start the big trek home. So probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight I'll get home. So big day ahead. Currently it is 1:30, I think, in the afternoon, so I wasted a couple hours getting to this car, having a look and whatnot. It was a good deal. Like, it's got the bits on it to make it worthwhile getting no matter the condition, sort of thing. Yeah, the guy was super easy to deal with. He wanted to move it, and I wanted to buy it, so it was perfect. What am I doing with it, you ask? You'll have to wait and see. For now, I'm going to get this thing ready to trek home. Only 8 hours and 15 minutes to go. we going to make it? Wait till you hear the diff and you tell me. The car has a silent exhaust, so if you can hear noise now, it's the diff. Yep. So I should go get some tools so I can change the diff on the side of the road maybe. Everything's just falling over. Yeah, so is it a good purchase? Yes, in the sense that it was the right price and it has the right bits on it. It needs some work, don't get me wrong. I've got to get it home and put some stock suspension and stuff back in it so that I can get it on the road in South Australia. I've got to fix a few things on it. I haven't got long to do that because the guy that I bought it off, he was nice enough to leave Rego on for a couple of weeks here before he cancels it. So yeah, I've got to pull my finger out and get this thing registered in SA basically in the next few days essentially. I should secure my load at the back here, shouldn't I? But yeah, overall the car's BMW, nice to drive, like it's other than the noisy diff and a few squeaks and it's a bit rough on the interior and the exterior, but it is what it is. I've bought it for a reason. And that reason is, when this stops talking, that reason is just this cheap track time car. The Corolla, every time I use the Corolla I use 30 tyres a day probably on that, and I want a car that I can muck around with all day on the same pair of tyres or a couple pairs of tyres. Now I said this is a drift car, or has lived the last part of its life as a drift car. And yeah, the guy that I bought it off, he organised the mods basically. So in the last couple of years he's owned it, he's got someone to do the mods and stuff for him. Like I said, he's done steering lock, coilovers, diff bushings, sway bars, strut braces, what else did I say? Welded diff. Did come with a couple of spare diffs, one broken, one not broken. So yeah, if I get stuck, there is a spare diff in the boot. But yeah, overall, come with a spare set of wheels. The wheel fitment on the rear needs some attention, so I will order some more wheels for that. But yeah, let's get a, I don't know, 100 k's under our belt and see how it does. Diff, very noisy, but it goes away in 5th gear, which is, I'm not sure if it's concerning or if it is good. Well, could be tail shaft noise or something as well. So yeah, going to keep at it for an hour and we'll check back in soon. Bit of a check-in. Hour and a half in, I think. Maybe close to 2 hours. Hour and a half, maybe. I don't know. Ballarat, anyway. Stopped for some KFC. Healthy eats, looking after yourself. But yeah, the car's been pretty good, to be honest. I'm falling in love with it. It's yeah, it's a very nice car to drive, to be honest. And in the condition it's in, obviously it's a fixer-upper. That's what I'm into. I literally bought the cheapest E46 that I could find, manual E46 325 that I could find on Facebook Marketplace, basically. The fact that it's got a few drift mods already is a bonus. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. It drives mint. Obviously, it's got that noisy diff, which, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, it comes with a spare. I'm still debating if it's somewhere else in the driveline, because it's first to fourth, it's noisy, and then fifth is quiet. So highway driving's really good, nice and quiet. Obviously stopped for fuel here at Ballarat, which was one of the main reasons I pulled in here, because I didn't know whether the fuel gauge works or not. And yeah, it's really good on fuel. So nice to drive. You can tell it's made for doing 200 on the Autobahn in Germany. Like, it's yeah, they're very nice cars, even though it's got like some mods. So nice to drive. I've fallen in love with it, that's for sure. Yeah, it's got like, I'm a big fan of not selling cars these days. So once upon a time back in the day, I had an R32 Skyline and I hated that I sold it. So from there on, I was like, nah, never selling a car again. Obviously, you can't keep that up, but I'm going to try. But this has given me R32 Skyline vibes. It's very, like I said, it's, yeah, punchy where it needs to be for an NA, like non-turbo. So good. Sunroof open. First BMW I've owned. First car I've owned, I think, with a sunroof, to be honest. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. Big fan. Oh, yep. So another. I felt like I had 9 hours to go when I left Melbourne, and now I feel like I've got 9 hours to go still. So, but another, I don't know, 7 hours or something. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. Lots of driving. Hopefully the diff, like, it's not getting any quieter, so hopefully that lasts. I can definitely smell diff oil, but I'm hoping it's one of the diffs in the boot, to be honest. So fingers crossed that's what it is. Anyway, let's get to it. Whole lot of driving. I think I left out the best part. Oh, it's got some squeaks, don't get me wrong. I need to stop some squeaks. It has working air conditioning, tick. It has working cruise control, tick. And it has a stereo that cranks. Okay, my back is getting sore. Time for some more cushions. 2/3 of the way home. I figured I would stop for a quick update before the sun goes down. Car is running schmick as. Don't get me wrong, still lots of things wrong with it, but it's yeah, it's doing its job. Definitely got tailed by a cop for like 20 Ks. Pooed my pants. Definitely thought I was going to get pulled over. Yeah, this engine is silent, like so good. You can't even hear, like you don't even know it's running. It's that quiet. So I'm, yeah, like I said, just giving it a quick check over before the sun goes down. Quick wrap up, sort of. I'll probably pick this up here. Well, unless something drastic happens in the next couple of hours. It's been a pretty smooth drive home, touch wood. So yeah, I'll probably pick this up here once I get home. Very late tonight, 10:30ish maybe at this rate. So yeah, very happy with it. Like, lots of things to fix on it. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it's definitely not perfect, but I know a guy that can fix it, I reckon. So yeah, I'm like getting real good fuel economy. I haven't worked out exactly, but like I put 50 litres in before, and it's used like 1/3 of a tank between Ballarat and Border Town, so I'm back in South Australia now. Yeah, quick stretch of the legs, and while I was here, I have a problem. I'm telling you, I got a problem. Quick look on Facebook Marketplace, and I found a gearbox while I was here. So it's a Hilux G52 Hilux gearbox. So out of like a 22R L47 something Hilux, I think. I don't know. Couldn't tell you exactly, but if you know what I'm up to with a 1UZ, I bought one of these the other week, and there was a cheap one here, so I ended up grabbing that also while I was going. Now I'm going to ban myself from Facebook Marketplace for the foreseeable future. Otherwise, I'm going to be broke. Yeah, definitely stoked on this old girl, that's for sure. Definitely need to sort some wheels out. I'm sort of debating what I'm doing with the with the steering and stuff. I've got to obviously get this through registered in SA, so I think I'm going to have to remove all the front steering and everything and find some wheels, because these are actually 17s. They're definitely small wheel gang 17s, so they're only like 17 by 8s or something. They've got like a 205 tyre stretched on them. Actually, they must be 8.5 to have a 205 stretched. Yeah, trouble-free day, other than some delays thanks to Jetstar and whatnot. But like I said, unless we run into some issues, I'm going to pick this up tomorrow when it's at home, and we'll give her a quick outro there, I reckon. Love this car already. Dang it, I'm already attached to it. I wasn't supposed to be getting attached to it. This absolute trooper made it home. No problems. Home by 11 o'clock, I think, so probably a bit later than I was planning, but I took a few breaks and stuff on the way home, obviously a long drive. So yeah, and it is cleared for Rego and SA already. So if you don't know the process, obviously it is from Victoria, and I do live in country South Australia, so technically I don't have to go to Regency, which is their like inspection point in South Australia. So all I've done is raised it 15 mil. You can see a little bit higher. What else did I do? I don't think I did anything else. Raised it, cleaned the windows because it was pretty dirty, washed it all. Cleaned a few things up on the interior that made it look a bit messy. I did put a fuel cap on it. Different colour, but now it has a fuel cap. So good start. I still need to get that sussed, that aerial. But yeah, so I got it cleaned up, looking a little better, and then just took it through the cop shop. They just checked that the what they have on their records, the engine and the VIN match, and that's it basically. So yeah, on this car the engine number's a pain to find, so I had to crawl under the car and take a photo because they won't do that. Bit of paper. Tomorrow I'll go to Service SA and she'll be regoed in SA. So yeah, pretty straightforward, thankfully. Country SA. I have now grown attached to this car somehow. It was supposed to be a car that I was not growing attached to, but now I am. Which means I'm probably going to clean it up. So what colour should we respray it? Same blue, different colour? White? I don't know. I'm definitely ordering another pair of wheels. So obviously these are 17s, so I'm going to get a bigger tyre for the front and leave the 17s on there to clear all the lock, the steering lock, and I'm going to go 18 by 9.5 on the rear, probably with a stretch 225 maybe. It'll make it look a little more, a little less tyre to guard gap and stuff, because obviously the front like fills the guard, but the back it does not. So we need to sort that out. But yeah, what colour do you reckon? Don't know. Definitely a like neutral sort of colour. Grey. No, I don't know. Yeah, trooper. Anyway, thanks for watching, legends. Tune in next week for waiting on a couple bits for the Dado still. That's why we have not dived into that again. Maybe Dado next week. Maybe we'll paint the E46. Who knows? But yeah, tune in next week. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Ciao.